It's Drive Time on BBC Radio Kent. My next guests were thinking about that. What colour is that? I don't know. I'm a little unsure. I can't quite work it out. Good to have you both here tonight. So, Euro 2016 gets underway tomorrow. But it's all a bit quiet, isn't it, on the musical front this time around? In previous years, we had this lot to get us in the mood. It's my favourite. Not many lyrics, though. This time around, though, nothing. No official England song. There's John Barnes when you need him. But two bands from Kent are hoping to change all that. They've each contacted us with their attempt at an unofficial or England anthem, maybe it could be official, for Euro 2016. We've invited them both in tonight. In the studio with me are Gary Fox from Gary Fox and Row Z. Is that right, or Z? Are you going for Z or Z?
We'll go for Z.
Okay, because I get in trouble because I Americanise everything. So Z is what we should be saying. They're based at Tunbridge Wells.
Tunbridge Wells.
And you've got a great deep voice there, if you don't mind me saying.
Oh, I think that's the rehearsals taking it out of me, I think, yeah.
Stay with that voice, it's really good. And Paul Cameron from Union, based in Sevenoaks and Dartford. Hello.
Hello.
Good to have you both here tonight. I mean, it gets really quite exciting at this time of year when people start thinking about any kind of contest that's going on. There's always some sort of sporting event, and the music that surrounds it really gets us in the mood. So before we chat, let's hear your songs.
Best.
Gary Fox and Rose Z, whatever. We're not very good at football. Okay, you've made it clear. Union, red, white and blue. Let's hear this.
So come on, yeah, raise the flag, red, white and blue. I'll paint your face, it's up to you. Yeah, we all remember 66. Those three lions on the pitch. So raise the flag and let it fly. Lift the jack up to the sky, and we'll all be there. Red, white and blue.
Who are you? Well, I've already explained. It's Gary and Paul with us tonight on the programme. All right, let's start off with you, Gary. What made you want to write an England song?
Well, I've actually had the chorus for that song going around my head ever since we got knocked out in the Brazil World Cup. Unfortunately, it took me 2 years to get round to writing the rest of the song. Something I've always wanted to do, though.
Why so pessimistic, though?
Well, we're not very good at football, are we? I mean, we always get promised a golden generation, and we go into these things with... I mean, obviously, I'm wearing an England shirt now, which only you can see, and I am optimistic, but no, we're not very good at football at all.
I'm slightly worried there's going to be a battle in this studio tonight. Paul, well, you can react to that first of all.
Yeah, I think this year, we really stand a chance. I mean, we've got the youngest ever England football team, youngest in the Euros actually, and I think we got a good fighting chance of winning it this time round. And I think if we get very British, we get very English, I think, you know, the fans behind us would do well.
It's really interesting, isn't it? The whole fandom thing. That
Yeah.
really does change the feeling. And also, let's be honest, some of our front pages of the newspapers do. If they give the boys a bad time in the press leading up to it and just keep telling them they're rubbish, sorry, Gary, but you know, that there is a temptation sometimes to almost get on that bandwagon and start being a bit not optimistic about it.
Absolutely, yeah. I think you need to have that confidence that England are going to win this time, and hopefully they will.
Both of your songs, I've got to say, over the years, I've listened to loads of songs that come in for any kind of England game. Both of your songs actually are really cool. I quite like them, and I like the sense of them. You know, I think people could get behind it. But what about reaction so far? So you're on with us today, but what kind of reaction are you getting from people who have listened to on YouTube or Facebook, or how's it going?
I've had a pretty good reaction. I've actually only been on YouTube with it since Monday, so it's very early days. I know that some mate of mine's wife thought it was a bit long. I had that, but apart from that, it's been pretty positive feedback. I do hope people realise the spirit that it's been recorded in. Obviously, I very much want us to be lifting the trophy in the Stade de France and everyone singing it ironically. That's my dream.
Well, I mean, you're right in a sense that there is a kind of British tradition as well of all of us being, and particularly in England, very kind of, almost tongue-in-cheek about it. I mean, this is the country of Dad's Army, for goodness sake.
Absolutely.
So, we've got that. But do people not bother making these songs anymore because, as Gary's making a point, England don't do very well, Paul?
Maybe. Speaking as a songwriter's point of view, I mean, I've written many songs over the years, different styles, different genres. Not really a football song before, but when we collaborated together on this one, myself and my friend Tony, when we collaborated, we thought, okay, let's write something that really sort of gets people behind us, and it's something for England, and all about being proud of being British. So I think more songs like that should be written. Yeah.
It's also, I guess, something that people can get behind. If you've got a nice lyric, you've got something that people can hook on to, that they can kind of, start repeating verses and stuff. Gary, that's often the key, isn't it? But with those songs, we kind of almost know they're not supposed to be songs like the kind of songs we would play on a normal level. They're kind of for the time, for the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's lots of approaches to songwriting, and it gets tempting to be quite clever. I think when you're writing a football song, you don't want to be over clever, because if people don't remember the words sort of first off, then it just gets lost.
All right, I'm going to do something with you now that you weren't expecting.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Okay, and my producer has even no idea about this.
All right.
And now he's looking a bit shocked, as you can see. I'm going to get you to talk about the other person's song.
Oh, okay.
All right, so...
Interesting.
Okay, let's do this from, first of all, Union Red, White and Blue, and give your reaction to it, please.
Well, it's pretty stirring, isn't it? Pretty stirring stuff. And I was actually, when we were outside, I was about to compliment one of the two lads on their vocals, and then I found out that it wasn't either of them.
No, it's actually my nephew Graham who sings vocals on it.
He's got a lovely voice.
He has, yeah.
I do particularly like the Who Are Yous, actually. That's a really good hook to get your teeth into.
Red, white and blue. Not very good at football. We're not very good at football at all. We're not very good at football. We're not very good at football.
Paul on Gary Fox and Rosette.
Yeah, I think it sounds just like a football song at the end of the day. It sounds very, very similar to other football songs, but that's what's good about it. I think it's, you can instantly like the song. So, yeah, hats off. It's a brilliant song.
Thank you very much.
What, no penalties?
No.
It's all too nice.
We're being nice to each other, I
Yeah, we
think.
are, yeah.
No trips?
No.
No one going in with a big kick?
Well, it depends how well they do, I suppose.
Hey, it's fantastic having you on the programme. We wish you both the best. I hope
Thank you.
people pick
Thank
it
you very
up.
much.
I guess what remains to be said is about the Euros itself. What do you think, Gary?
I'm not gonna be too optimistic, because I would like to be pleasantly surprised. But Dele Alli is quite good at football. Maybe he can be the key.
Paul?
I think we'll do well.
Links to both videos, by the way, on our Facebook page right now for you to go and have a look at, enjoy, and let us know your reaction, what you've just heard here on the programme. You can get in touch with me by simply sending an email to dominic@bbc.co.uk. Be good to have your thoughts on the programme tonight.